Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Brajajanaranjana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Brajajanaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Thank you all for joining. So now we'll get on to the verse for today, which is from chapter 4, verse 21. But before that, we'll sing some prayers. So I can say it and then you can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So now I'll recite the verse. We will follow the same pattern, call and response. So I'll say the first line and then you can try and repeat. And yeah, we'll see if anyone wants to say the verse later on. Nirasiryatta chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanapnoti kilbisham nirashiryatta chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanapnoti kilbisham nirashiryatta chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanapnoti kilbisham. Anyone would like to recite it from the audience? Nirashiryatta chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanapnoti kilbisham. Anyone else? Nirashiryatta chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanapnoti kilbisham. Anyone else would like to try? Nirashiryatta chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanapnoti kilbisham. Thank you. Okay, so now we'll read the translation of this verse. Such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, gives up all sense of proprietorship over his possessions, and acts only for the bare necessities of life. Thus, working, he is not affected by sinful reactions. We'll read the purport. A Krishna-conscious person does not expect good or bad results in his activities. His mind and intelligence are fully controlled. He knows that because he is part and parcel of the Supreme, the part played by him as a part and parcel of the whole, is not his own activity, but is only being done through him by the Supreme. When the hand moves, it does not move out of its own accord, but by the endeavor of the whole body. A Krishna conscious person is always dovetailed with the supreme desire, for he has no desire for personal sense gratification. He moves exactly like a part of a machine. As a machine part requires oiling and cleaning for maintenance, so a Krishna conscious man maintains himself by his work just to remain fit for action in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. He is therefore immune to all the reactions of his endeavors. Like an animal, he has no proprietorship even over his own body. A cruel proprietor of an animal sometimes kills the animal in his possession. Yet the animal does not protest, nor does he have any real independence. A Krishna conscious person, fully engaged in self realization, has very little time to falsely possess any material object. For maintaining body and soul, he does not require unfair means of accumulating money. He does not, therefore, become contaminated by such material sins. He is free from all reactions to his actions. So now we will recite some prayers to invoke auspiciousness, and those of you know it can recite it along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmalitan Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you all for assembling here today to listen to the Bhagavad Gita class. Everyone present here and also those watching online. I think each one of you is more qualified than me to be sitting here and giving this class. But due to Vaishnava's mercy and Prabhupada's mercy, I've been given the service. So please, I'm seeking for your blessings that I may be able to deliver something of meaning and benefit to you as well as myself, and also in line with Prabhupada's teaching. So please accept my humble obeisances. So now, currently we are in chapter 4, which is entitled The Transcendental Knowledge. So basically in this chapter, Krishna is trying to tell us ways and give us the knowledge about how we can connect back to Him, with the divinity. And currently we are we're reading or going through a series of verses that are telling us how to act and what is the cycle of karma. So he starts in 4.16, verse 16. Krishna tells Arjuna that even great sages, kavis, they get bewildered when they hear about this cycle of karma or karma. What is it exactly? And that is why Krishna himself, he has come to explain this knowledge to Arjuna. And in returns, this knowledge has been provided to us by the grace of Prabhupada, and we are able to understand this. So it is not easy to understand. But one who understands this knowledge, Krishna assures the person that he gets liberated from all kind of misfortune. So the word used is they get liberated from all kind of ashubhat. So we know shubh, those of you who are coming from Indian origin, we know shubh means auspiciousness. And we have it on our doors before, everyone has it, shubh labh. I think I've seen that in most of the Indian households. So shubh means auspiciousness, labh, fortune. So ashubhat is the opposite, inauspiciousness. And what is the biggest inauspiciousness in this earth, in this planet, in this world? Anyone can think of anything? Yes, that is definitely true. And what happens after that, once we're disconnected from Krishna? Yes, exactly. We are stuck in this repeated cycle of birth and death. So we keep getting rebirth in this world, and what can be more misfortune than that? And to understand that, we can think of this world as being like a jail. And when we are in a jail, we don't try to look for happiness. We don't try to look for coziness or comfort. All we want to do is get out of it. So if we look at this world like a jail, we will realize that actually we shouldn't be seeking for that happiness. We should be trying to understand this fact that we are in this jail and try to get out. And we may wonder why Krishna has designed it in such a way. Why is there so much misery? Why is this a jail? Because it's like you can think of a situation when a parent and a child are together in a crowded place and the child gets lost. Yes, definitely the child is distressed. He's stressed, he wants to go back to his parents. But similarly, even the parents, they're trying to look for the child. They're also similarly distressed. And so is Krishna. We forget that Krishna is our eternal Father. And we have disconnected ourselves from Him. We have lost our way. And we have turned our backs towards Him. But Krishna, He is eagerly waiting for us. He wants us to go back to Him. So in a way, He has created this misery so that we realize that this is not our place. Our place is eternally with Him. And we try our best to get back to Him. And I can say this with guarantee that none of us present here can say that they are fully happy, that they have no miseries in life. Is there anyone present here that can say that? Any transcendental being amongst us that has no miseries in life, no suffering, all they have is happiness? Yeah, that's what I thought. So we all go through this misery. And someone, even if they claim that they're happy, then it's just like a drunkard who's drunk. They say that, yes, they're happy, even though they're lying in a pool of their own mess. But are they really happy? Once they come back to their senses, they realize what kind of misery they are in, the hangover. And then they remember everything that they're trying to run away from. It's all flooding back into the memory. So even if someone claims that they're actually happy, time reveals to them that actually this is not a place to be blissful and merry. So Krishna is trying to explain this knowledge to us so that we can know that actually this actions that we perform in this world that bind us to this cycle of birth and death, we need to get out of that. And it's not only important that we know this, but we also understand, realize, and act upon it. And that's why Krishna in this chapter is trying to explain this to us. So he further explains in 4.19 that one whose all the endeavors or actions is free from all desires, the reactions of the actions are burnt by the fire of knowledge. Such a person is actually learned. He's a pandita. So when we gain this knowledge, that fire of knowledge, it burns all the reactions of the actions that we perform. And he further goes on to explain in 4.20, that is the verse before this one, that one can one who can give up all the attachment to the results of his activities, taking shelter of the Lord, does not bear any reaction to the actions he performs. So naturally, if we think that if we perform an action, we must, if you have learned science, we learn in physics that every action has a reaction. So similarly, the cycle of karma also acts that way. That if we perform an action, we are definitely going to get a reaction out of it. But a person who is in Krishna consciousness or who is surrendered, that person, even though he keeps performing actions, he does not get any reaction to that. And the simplest way to understand this is if we think of a judge in a court. So his role over there is to pass on orders. He may sentence someone to death, he may hang someone, he may release someone. But when he's making that decision, is he responsible for the reaction of his actions? What do we think? Is he? Yeah, he isn't. Why? Because he's not making these decisions based on his own desires or intelligence or mind. He's making these decisions based on the law book that has been provided to him, based on the studies that he has done. Over there it's written what is right, what is wrong. And according to that, he's basing his decision. So similarly in life, Krishna has provided a law book for us. And that is this Bhagavad Gita. It tells us what is right, what is wrong, how should we be living, what kind of action should we be doing, and based on that, the reactions we will either get a reaction or we will not. So that was just a brief summary until the verse today. So today's verse. Before I start that, I just have one question for you all. Is there anyone here that has no desires, that can say that they have no desires? Anyone? I know, every one of us is sitting with millions and billions of desires in our heart. And that is actually that's not wrong. Because desires are there, and the world actually functions because of the desires. It's the desires that keep us moving. Whether it's bad or good desire, doesn't matter, but desires are there, and it's very natural for humans to have desires. As long as we live, we will continue to have desires. But Krishna tells us in this chapter what is the right way of having the desires. So this Krishna explains in chapter 16, verse 11. So he says a verse where he's saying that they believe that to gratify the senses is a prime necessity of human civilization. So when he says that, by they he's referring to the demoniac people. Now these are not the people who have fangs or horns, those are Rakshasas. By that he's referring to people who have demoniac mentality, who think that everything belongs to them, who are engrossed in fulfilling all kind of material desires, having a lot of sense gratification. So he's referring to them. So he says, thus until the end of their life, anxiety is immeasurable, bound by a network of hundreds of thousands of desires and absorbed in lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. So this is describing the demoniac people. And why is this the case? Because they have, like here it's mentioned, they have hundreds and thousands of desires. And naturally, to fulfill these desires, they need to put in the work. They need to do innumerable shifts. They need to put in all the hard work to attain that money, or even go to illegal means to gain that money. So just so that they can fulfill their desires. But is this the real way of life? And by doing this, does that mean that desires are going to end? Is there a way of satisfying all our desire? Exactly, because being human, we will have innumerable desires. And at this point, I can say a story that I'd heard before. So there was this man, and he was walking on the streets. It was really hot. And so he looked around him, and then he saw a person passing by the street on a bike. And just upon seeing that, he had this desire in his heart, like, if only I could have that bike, then I would get some relief from this heat that I have to suffer. Now this person on the bike, as he was riding away, he looked around, and it was definitely hard because he had to pedal all the way, and it was causing him so much of effort and hard work. So then he looked around, and then he saw a person in a small car, and he desired that if only I could have this car, then I wouldn't have to, ride my way in this heat. Now this person in the car, because it was a small car, it was an old car, they were having trouble getting the car started. To get the engine moved, they had to do innumerable repairs on this car. So when they were frustrated, they saw a luxurious car pass by. And when they saw this, immediately the desire rose in their heart, if only I could have this luxurious car. Now this man in this luxurious car, he was getting late for a meeting, and he was stuck in traffic. And he saw the person in the bike pass by. And he had the desire that if only I had this bike and I could just whiz through the traffic, because here I am stuck and getting late for my meeting. And this man who was walking on the street, he saw another person who had broken legs and couldn't walk, and then he realized that actually he should be grateful because at least he's able to walk. So this is such as life. We always see things around us and we want that. Not being grateful for or showing gratitude to what actually we have. And such is how our desires work. We always make comparisons with others, we see what others have, and that's when we desire even more. But there is also another example that I can give, like how desires are based and they just cause more misery. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Canto 11, Chapter 8, Verse 44. So there's a story of a prostitute. Her name is Pingala. So once she was waiting for a customer. So she kept waiting and waiting and waiting. The whole day passed by and she had no customer. And suddenly, by Krishna's mercy, she had a realization. So she had a realization that Asha hi param dukkham. Nairashyam param sukham. That means what she was trying to say is that if we have any expectations, if we have any desires, definitely there's going to be misery. And if we are without any expectation, naturally we're going to be happy. So what does this mean? Should we have no expectation? Should we have no desires? Because that seems something unnatural. Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So is it possible for us to have no desires? I don't think so. Because as far as I know, even those trying to practice Krishna consciousness, devotees, Vaishnavas, great Vaishnavas, also have desires. They also pray. I mean, we have so many prayers in our literature that talk about their desires, that talk about their prayers. So it is very natural for us to have desire. But we should change those desires. From it being the material desires, we should convert it to spiritual desires. We can desire to attain the pure love of Krishna. We can desire to serve Krishna. We can desire to serve Vaishnavas. And those kind of desires are completely bona fide. And they will give us the true happiness that we are looking for in this world. Nothing else. Because everything else is just for us. We are just trying to gratify our senses. And there's only so much we can do. Because if this world, Krishna says, this world is a place of misery. Dukhalayam ashashvatam. He's ensuring us that misery is there in every step of life. So how can we find happiness? The only way is if we change our desire from material to spiritual. And yeah, I mean, there was once, even there's a pastime with Srila Prabhupada. So one of his disciples asked him, Prabhupada, you have so many disciples, but we see that many of them are leaving. Prabhupada just smiled and he said that, I'm not surprised. What I'm surprised about is that actually many are also staying back. Because he knows that people come to this movement, or even they just approach God with various reasons and desires. And once that is fulfilled, they leave. When I was in India, I would see that oftentimes during the exam season, so that was in May, the month of May, so that was our exam season, and there, all the temples would be so busy with students because it's the exam, so they want to go pray, they want to make a business deal with Krishna. Please help us pass the exam, or give us 90% and we will offer you some sweets, or we'll come and give you some coconut, as if Krishna doesn't have enough. But for them it was that business deal, like, you help us and we will give you something in return. So it's always like that. We always approach God with some form of desire, some wish, something that we want Him to do, something that we want from Him. So Prabhupada knew the reality of this world, and that's why he was not attached. Even though he was preaching so enthusiastically and he wanted to give this knowledge to each and every one of us, but he was not attached to the results. He was just doing his best. But he had expectations, not from his disciples, from Krishna, like he should be having. And that's why when he was traveling to America on Jaladuta, he wrote, "Oh Krishna, you're sending me there to America. I'm an old man, and with my thick Bengali accent, you're sending me to those Americans, those native English-speaking Americans. They will not give any importance to me. I have nothing to give them. I don't know how their hearts will be transformed, but I have faith in you. If you so desire, please empower my words, which will attract the dull-headed brains and transform their hearts, which are filled with passion and ignorance, and make sense of my words." So these were Prabhupada's prayers to Krishna. He had expectations from Krishna, and he had full faith in Krishna. But he knew the reality of this world, so he was detached. So now, when I was reading this verse, there's something that came to my mind immediately after reading the verse, is that Prabhupada often quoted that how we should be living simply and have a high thinking. So, simple living, high thinking. I think many of us must have heard about this. Simple living, high thinking. Yes. So it's simple living, high thinking. Can anyone tell me what they understand by this? Anyone in the crowd? Uh-huh.
Whereas if we live a complicated life, we're so stressed and giving these kind of things that we don't have the space and we just pass on like we just like part of our spiritual.
Exactly. So it's more than just external things, isn't it? Like, it's not only about like, okay, living in a thatched house or living in like torn attire, eating one meal a day. Yes, that is also simple living, but it's not only that. It's also about that mental space that we create. So, yeah, externally in this verse, Prabhupada has said that we only need enough to maintain our body and our body basically, to keep the body and the soul together. That's all we require. That's our need. Most of the other things are our want. In this world, our wants are unlimited, but we think that those wants are our needs. How many of us need this smartphone? Is it a need or is it a want? It's a want, but most of us don't function without it. 1 minute the smartphone is away from us and we completely lose it. Isn't it? Similarly, this is just a material thing. The same applies to people. We get so attached to people. We depend so much on people. Like, let's say our partner or our significant other. We feel like everything is dependent on them. They're upset, and that's it. The world is over. So much of our energy is given to them. So yeah, so there's some. I'll give you some tips for simple living, and this is not based on external things. So the first one, we should chat with the chatter of our mind. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, Krishna says that the mind can be our best friend or our worst enemy. If we manage to actually talk to our mind, and it's our mind that tells us that, oh no, wait, you definitely need this, even if we don't. But it somehow has that ability to convince us that, no, you do need this. But every time we give in to that mind, we lose. So we should take control of our mind and tell it that, okay, that's enough. You have controlled my life enough, now it's my turn. So chat with the chatter of the mind. The next thing, use your wisdom about what you can control and what you can't control. Krishna is the supreme controller, but we try to take his position. We want to be the supreme controller. We want to control everything. Whether we can or not, that does not matter, but we just want to control it. So any small matter, if it goes not according to our plan, that's it, we're distressed. How did this happen? I thought I was in control. I thought I knew what was going to happen. How did this happen? So we should have that wisdom to think that, okay, I have done my part, and this is what I could do. Like, let's say, when we write an exam, I've studied, I've given my best. Rest, let's leave it on Krishna. Because at the end, he's the one who's going to determine the results. That is a way of being detached from the results, as Krishna is explaining here. That we give in our best and rest, leave it on him. He will take care. Have faith in him that he wants our best. And he will take care of it. If it is the best for us, he will do it. If it isn't, he has better plans for us. Next, the next tip, take people as they are. We are all unique beings. If in our hand we have 5 fingers and they're all different. So how can we expect 2 people to be the same? They're all different people, they're all unique, and we should learn to accept people as they are. Not try to change people according to our desires, according to our will. Just accept people, and that will just make our life so much more easier. That free up that mental space that they occupy. Like, okay, this person is different, and that's why I do not like them. No, it shouldn't be that way. The next thing we should remember is that everything in this world is temporary. The miseries, the happiness, people, everything in this world is temporary. There's nothing in this world that is permanent. And the sooner we accept this fact, the easier it will be for us. Next thing is, life is a university. And we should grow with life, not just go with life. Because if you actually try and introspect, think, we will realize that this life has so many things to teach us. And we should try to learn the lessons that it's trying to give us, instead of just going along with the life. The next art we should learn is forgiveness. When we learn how to forgive people, whatever happens to the other person, we don't know, but it definitely benefits one person, and that is you. When we hold grudges against people, just so much of that mental space it takes from us. We're constantly meditating upon that person and wishing ill for them. How is that going to benefit them or us? So learn the art of forgiveness. And last, sense of gratitude. Be thankful. Krishna gives us everything that we need. And it's like, if it is up to Krishna, none of us will even go hungry. We have so many ISKCON centers around the world, which give us free prasadam day in, day out. So do we really need to worry about or ask Krishna, please give us a morsel of food tomorrow? He's already providing for us. But we don't see that, and we forget to be grateful. Not only to Krishna, to everyone, our seniors, our teachers, everyone has been already giving us so much. So learn that art of gratitude. So as I was saying that, this is how we can develop simple living. I keep saying simple thinking, sorry. This is how we can develop simple living. But how does this actually come about? There also has to be aspect of higher thinking. Because all these things, it's easier to just say. But unless we actually understand the philosophy behind it, and actually connect ourselves to Krishna, they may seem like, oh, it's so difficult to do. So how do we develop this higher thinking? Anyone? Any answers? Yes, Prabhu?
You have to hear from those who think high.
That is true. That is one of the best ways. And we have so many scriptural evidence of that. So many acharyas, so many teachers that have actually lived that way and given the examples that we can follow in the footsteps. And another way that we can do this simply is chant. Chant his names, chant Krishna's names, chant the Mahamantra. Once we do that, we start developing attraction towards Krishna. And once we start developing that attraction towards Krishna, we realize that actually nothing else matters. If once we develop that love for him, then we realize that, okay, he is there for us. And we develop that strong faith that just like Prabhupada had towards him. And we realize that, okay, we don't need to control anything. He's there for us. And as Prabhu said, we need to associate with devotees that have that kind of mentality as well, that think that way. And also, the other way of doing it is by reading books like Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and listening, just like all of you have gathered here today, and you're trying to listen to me say something. May not be the best person that I'm saying, maybe Prabhu would have been better, but yeah, we're still trying our best. We're listening to something. And one of the easiest way is just eating prasadam. I don't think anyone over here can say that they do not enjoy eating. Right? Everyone loves eating. So, Krishna has provided this easy way. Just have some prasadam, because prasadam is not different from Krishna. And once we are eating that prasadam, naturally that love for Krishna develops in our heart. And once that is there, then everything else becomes insignificant. So, yeah, that is one way we can try and develop our thinking, our high thinking. So, simple living, high thinking is the easiest way that we can live in this world, basically. And sometimes we see that, even in our movement, we see that many devotees with the mercy of Krishna, they have been given, like maybe wealth, good health, and prosperity. So does that mean that they do not follow this principle? No, it doesn't. Because as I mentioned earlier, it's not about the externals. It's about the internal. What is their thinking like? What is their, someone may be living in a mansion, but if they are actually following a simple lifestyle, that is what we're looking for. What is the character like? If you have been given a mansion, you can utilize it for Krishna. Invite people to your house. Invite Vaishnavas to your house. Give them the knowledge of Krishna. Give them Krishna. Feed them prasadam. It's often said like if when you earn a significant amount of salary, 50% of that should be donated to Krishna. 25% for your personal maintenance and 25% for your saving. I know in this world that sounds very impractical, but the essence of that is like whatever you earn, a significant. You should give something to Krishna, whatever you can. And Krishna does not see what you actually give him. Krishna sees what you keep behind. So keep what is needed, and rest, give it to Krishna. Utilize it for Krishna. And it does not necessarily mean that you should just donate it to the temple or something. The other ways you can utilize it is by feeding people prasadam. That is also utilizing it for Krishna. Or going to temple, buying some books that you can distribute to people and give them this knowledge that can help them. So there's so many ways that you can actually use it in Krishna's service, not only donation. So, yeah, this is what I had to say for today's class. In summary, please, all I can say is chant his name, read Bhagavatam, associate with devotees, eat prasadam, and just try and connect yourself to Krishna. And that way we will get liberated from this cycle of birth and death. Any questions or any comments that anyone has? Yes.
The same thing with beings that we want to don't feel like desires, but make more material desires, spiritual desires. And I see with myself also in personality that we can't just tell ourselves, okay, Talia, only spiritual desires now. Like you can't have material desires. I can try, and I'm aspiring towards that. But actually, to actually make that deeper change, it requires something. So how do we make that change, or what can we do to change, to have more spiritual desires than material desires?
First of all, you need to congratulate yourself that you're actually trying, that you actually understand that, yes, I need to move move from the material desire to the spiritual desire. And yeah, I mean, once you realize that, because you have realized that, all you have to do is keep chanting, keep trying, keep reading, and see other Vaishnavas around you. Associate with those Vaishnavas who you think have they only have spiritual desires. And in their association, you slowly and gradually learn and adapt. See, Krishna consciousness is not like a speedy process. It takes years and years and years of effort and tries to attain that, that pure love that we are trying to attain. So, yeah, keep trying. That's what I will say. Because we are so covered in Maya and in that, in the three modes of material nature, that to remove that covering is difficult. You know how they say is like, if you try to clean a dusty room, initially it will be very difficult. You'll feel like it's getting even worse. Like, everything is just getting foggy, you're coughing, it's causing you more misery. But once you keep trying and keep trying to clean the room, eventually you see the results. So, keep trying. Anyone else has any comments or questions? Okay, so we have about 6 minutes and we will have the Gaurarti. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna everyone. So we're going to have Gaura Arti ceremony now. So I'll request everyone to please get up from your place. And it's better if you can make two line or two row. Mataji that side and Prabhuji this side. And please make a little gap between both rows so our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada can see the deities. Jai. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radhe Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radhe Jaya Sita Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Ram Lakshman ki. Hiva Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Arati Kushobha Hiva Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Arati Kushobha Gaura Chande Arati Kushobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Loba Dakhinenitai Chan Pamega Dadhara simhasane. Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Bahu koti chandra jini vadana ujala. Bahu koti chandra jini vadana ujala. Koti chandra jini vadana gala dese bana mala kore jala mala. Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada. Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada. Sukha Narada Bhaktivedanta Gaura Sampada. Bhaktivedanta Gaura Sampada. Ki bajayo jayo Gaura Chande Arati ko shobha. Janavi tata bane jagamana lobha. Gaurangera arati ko shobha jaga jana mana 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 lobha. manalobha agajana manalobha agajana manalobha jaya gauranitai 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 jaya gauranitai nitai gaura hari bol hari bol hari bol gaura hari bol Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram, Lakshman Hanuman. Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Vishnupada Paramhansha Ashtottar Shata Sri Srimad Abhay Charanaruvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayung Vishnupad Paramhansha Ashtottar Shata Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sri Mayapur Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Sri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Samavita Bhakta Brinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Now that you are all seated, we will have our Narsimha Pranam mantra.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Daine. Pralada Lada Daine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha.
Krishna. Now we will have our Kirtan session from now till 9:30. You are most welcome to stay if you so wish. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
आउनुहुन्छ आउनुहुन्छ
Shishi Radhagokalanda ki jai. Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami
Something wrong with the harmony, I'm sorry. Sorry, this is not,
Things are not right.
it's not right.
What is your shape next week? Not yet.
It's better.
Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Krishna, Krishna Krishna,